What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It is early in the morning. It's like 7 a.m. I am here at City Thrift for their 50% off St. Patrick's Day sale. So let's get in there and see what we can find today. All right, so upon walking in this store, the first thing I do is I come over here and grab my cart because they run out really quick on the 50% off days. But luckily, I'm here early enough that there were still carts left. On the 50% off days, it just gets really crowded, so I came early, and the first thing I do is I start to scavenge the women's shoes section. It's looking pretty weak right here. There are not any great brands that I'm passing over, or the conditions are just pretty much garbage. And I just try going through it really quick because obviously I'm trying to get to the shoes as fast as I can. And these ones were in really good condition, except they had a rip on the toe. Those Nikes and those Sauconys and those Brooks all had rips or tears on them, which was just really disappointing. Sometimes this place has really overpriced shoes, and then sometimes they have them really underpriced, and it just never fails that there's always something in this store that throws me off. But they had people that were putting out shoes while I was looking, so that was encouraging. And I grabbed these Heelys right here in really good shape. I grabbed these Nike trainers, and I just keep looking. These Vans I think were like $4.98, so I throw those in my cart. And what I'm doing is I'm just grabbing everything I can see from firsthand that I think is worth putting in my cart, and then I go through everything later, checking for a couple of brands on some of these boots to see if they're, Harley Davidson or anything like that. And I'm not really seeing any brands. I grabbed these Nike Torches. They're a little beat up, but in pretty good shape for the most part. But I will do thorough inspections of everything at the end. Those Asics were just really dirty, did not feel like cleaning them. And sometimes their prices are like $4.98, and then sometimes they're like 30 or 40 bucks. Like those Adidas, I think they're Young 96s. These Nike Scottie Pippins right here were really nice. They had insoles in them, and they were priced at $30, but at 50% off for 15 bucks, I'll definitely take those. My GoPro fell, but here we go, going back over to the shoes. Those are some Nike Air Max Sequins. They were in decent shape, but I don't think I ended up keeping those because the comps weren't good. These were a nice pair of Nike shoes right there. And I don't remember all the models, but after looking things up, those Adidas were pretty beat up on the bottom. But again, I think they were only a couple of bucks because they were half off. Looking at the boots, of course, I try to look at dress shoes. These OP skate shoes would have been nice, but they were marked up extremely high. They were like $49.99. And so at the $25 buy cost, I didn't want to purchase those. Looking through all these, a lot of them were either dirty or just in poor condition. These Nike, I believe those were React Renews or Renew Runs or something like that. Those were in good condition, and they were in the wrong section. They were in the men's section, and they were actually women's shoes. Coming over to the jackets and clothing section over here, I like to scan this rack because this is where they put most of their jackets, their hoodies, and things like that. But unfortunately, I think some other pickers had beaten me to this section because there was nothing but other brands like Old Navy and Avia, and a lot of stuff was overpriced. Covington. These brands do not sell well for me. Even the puffer vests, which I love picking up, they had them priced at like $12.98, which I guess at $6 is not horrible. But this lady right here was looking up comps, so I decided to go around her. And I went back to that section, but I'm pretty sure she had already beaten me to this area. So I just kind of scrolled through everything really fast. I don't think I found anything worth picking up here, which was a pretty bummer because I love picking up hoodies and jackets, especially, brands that other people like to leave behind, like Champion and Russell and other brands like that. So not really finding too much here. But I will head over to the next section, which is the toy section, which I really enjoy looking through, and we'll see if we can find anything over there. I like to look for things like Nerf guns, Guitar Hero guitars, and other things like that, but unfortunately I didn't find anything. And then I come over to this little bag section. I see a lot of other resellers having luck in these sections. I was looking for things like Monster High dolls, Barbies, any action figures, Pokemon toys, but I didn't really find anything, so I didn't waste a whole lot of time there because I knew that there was a lady that was putting out shoes, so I kind of decided to head back that way. And while I was waiting, I started to look through the men's shorts section. I think this is a section a lot of resellers skip, and so I decided to start giving it a look, and I started realizing that there were a ton of men's board shorts on this rack. And so I started looking through them, realizing all the prices were anywhere from like $4.98 to $6.98. And a lot of the main brands like Billabong, Quicksilver, Volcom, Hurley, OP and Oakley, I started to find a lot of men's board shorts, and summer season is upon us. These were $5.98, so $3 for some Columbia Omni Shade shorts. Those types of things will start to sell. A lot of Nike dry fit shorts and athletic wear. I start to grab these. These were an FSU Nike collab, which is nice. And so obviously I'm going through all of these and looking for ones that are the lower priced ones, but also have nice graphics, nice colors, clean, no holes, no stains. And so this is a section you can keep your eyes out for. Like I said, this is something that I think a lot of resellers sleep on is shorts, especially if you can get them for the right price at $3 to $4 a pop. I think that this is definitely a good section to look through. Those were O'Neal Hyper Freaks, and the colorway was really good. And so right here, I just start going through every single pair of shorts on here, and I start looking for rips and tears and making sure they're in good condition. A lot of the athletic basketball shorts I left behind, but a couple of the Nike ones that had bigger graphics I did decide to pick up. And there are two sections here, the top and bottom row. These Nikes right here were a nice old school style of the short with the spell out on the back, so I picked those up. But going through all of these, I found quite a few pairs, which you guys are going to see in the next clip, that were absolutely worth picking up. Now, my average sale price for these shorts is probably going to be anywhere from $18 to $25. These are bread and butter sales. Summer's coming up, nothing crazy, but easy money for a $3 to $4 buy cost. I think that it was a lot, definitely worth picking up all of these shorts. I decided to check out the men's pants section because I wasn't finding a whole lot other than the board shorts, and unfortunately there was not a whole lot in these sections. I try to look for brands like Carhartt or obviously Levi's or, you know, things like that. I did manage to find a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren seersucker pants that had already sold, but check this out, guys. As I'm walking by and they're putting out a new cart, I grab these Yeezys. And it's my first time ever finding Yeezys in the thrift. I'm kind of freaking out because I don't know if they're real or not, but I grabbed them, and they do have this tear on them, which is kind of disappointing. But if they're authentic, they will still sell for good money. Yeezys are an Adidas Boost collab, and if you don't know about Yeezys, you need to learn them. But they are great shoes to resell, but they are highly, highly faked. So obviously what I'm doing here is I'm checking them out. I'm trying to authenticate them. I'm going through them and doing everything that I can. These shoes actually were not priced, unfortunately. So I walked up to the lady behind the counter and asked her to price them, because if they're not priced at the register, they will take them away and say they can't do anything. And because of the tear on them, they actually priced them at $2.98, which is absolutely crazy. So it would make these shoes $1.50 if they're real. So I'm super hyped on that. I'm really excited. I continue to look at shoes that they just put out more of. These Air Moneys I put in my cart, but they are actually fake, so they don't stay there. But these Yeezys, $2.98. I take pictures in the thrift store and send it to Check to get them authenticated, and you guys will see that shortly. So these Nike Cortezes that came out were nice, but they had that burn mark on them. But then I found these Vans Alien glow-in-the-dark shoes, and these are super sick. They're like almost brand new. They were $16.91, as you can see there, so it would have brought them to about $8.49 or somewhere around there. Super nice pickup. I did go through all of the shirts, but as you can see, I didn't really find anything worth picking up. This NWO shirt was a reprint, which unfortunately doesn't sell for anything, but if that was a true vintage shirt from the 90s, it would have been worth some money. This Air Jordan like cement shirt, that is like the type of material on the pocket that's used in the shoes, that was $3.50 after the half off price. So I felt like that was worth picking up. I think I listed it for like 25 bucks. Nothing crazy, but I really wasn't finding anything. I was looking for Lululemon. I was looking for anything vintage, anything graphic tee-wise. I really wasn't finding anything in the t-shirt section. Either it had been picked through very well already, or I usually don't find a lot of t-shirts in this store. So, but I did look through pretty much every rack. Finally, at the last clothing rack I went through, I found this Champion size extra small, but for $5 it was like this baseball tee style button-up jersey, if you want to call it. These are pretty cool, and there was only one listed in an extra large in a different color for $200, so I decided to pick it up. And then I'm in the men's button-down shirts, looking for any Polo brands you guys know that I like to find. This was a Zara Man pearl snap, like cowboy western shirt. I really wasn't finding a lot of clothing, and for $5 I decided to pick this one up. I thought it was a good pickup. Again, probably like a $25 to $30 piece. Nothing crazy, but Zara does have good resale value on certain marketplaces like Poshmark, so I decided to grab that. But other than that, I really didn't find any other ones that were in good enough condition or were selling for high enough profit that made it worth picking up. Most of these brands were pretty basic, so I left all of it behind. A couple other quick finds here. I found this Goofy lamp that, shout out my boy Joey Bada Bing 22. I bought this for him. It was $10. And then this Yoshi hat right here. I'm actually going to be selling this on my next Whatnot series or my next Whatnot auction. Super Mario tag, not super vintage or anything like that, but a really cool hat. Hats have been doing well for me. And then I found this vintage kids Polo Ralph Lauren button-up shirt. Nice color blocking. I'll give it to Asher to wear until he decides he doesn't want it. Just left the thrift store. My total was $261.60 for 51 items purchased. That brings my average buy cost almost to $5 an item, which is pretty cheap. I did get a lot of those board shorts, but I did manage to get some other really good stuff too. Right at the end, as I was checking out, I found this pair of Nike Zoom Pegasus 37s, crispy white, brand new condition. Literally brand new without box, never been worn. I had to pay up for these, but with the average buy cost system, they came down to about $5, which is sweet. Those should sell for about $100. And then I just got a ton of stuff. I did pick up the Yeezys. They have been in the Check app. I will update you guys before the end of the video if those passed or not, but for $1.50 I couldn't pass them up. Got some shoes, lots of board shorts, really excited about those. They should all sell for $18 to $20 each, especially with summer coming up, so great haul. All right, so I just got home, and as soon as I pulled into my driveway, I decided to check the Check app and see if these Yeezys came out as real or not, and it turns out they passed. This is my first pair of Yeezys or any type of like hype shoe that has ever passed on Check, so it just makes me really happy, really excited. There is this flaw right here, which I know is going to dramatically affect the price. These are more just, I wanted to buy them just to see if Check would work and to be able to say I found my first pair of Yeezys in the thrift that were legit. I mean, they were $2.98 and then it was $1.50 because they were half off. How can you say no to that? Even with this damage, somebody might buy these just because they need a replacement of this shoe, of the right shoe. So they can definitely still be worn, and this can probably be, honestly, I don't know, fixed in some way. It's not completely ripped, you can see right there, but there is some wear. But on the other side, it's actually pretty clean. So you know what, either way, I'm still happy. It was $1.50. It's not like I paid 50 bucks or 100 bucks for these. I paid $1.50 for them in the thrift. Super thrilled, super happy about that. So yeah, guys, that is my first real pair of Yeezys found in the thrift. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video coming with me and seeing along what I could find. There was a lot of people there, so when I got to like the t-shirts and stuff where I wasn't finding a whole lot, I just decided to kind of keep the camera off because I didn't really find a ton of stuff in the men's clothing section today, but I did manage to find some good shoes. I found some clothing, but the board shorts, I'm telling you, summer and swim season is upon us, and so I'm really excited to get all those listed. I think I got like close to 15 or 20 pairs of board shorts, and at a basically like a $3 each buy cost, with the average buy cost around $5, I should be able to turn them all into 18 to 20 bucks, which isn't going to be a ton of money. But again, when you're multiplying the quantities, they're easy to list, easy to ship, poly bags, super lightweight, first class, all that kind of stuff. I should do pretty well on them, and it's a category that other people were skipping, so I was able to take advantage of that, and hope you learned something from it too. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and thanks guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, money.